I think we're ready to go. I think we're working on your sleep, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And more direct to the point, being willing to go to sleep.
Willing to go to sleep. Okay.
Willing to shut the light off and go to bed.
And the consequences of you not shutting the light off and going to bed, what are those? What are the
I'm always running late the
repercussions?
next day, and I get out of bed, dragging to get out of bed, and all this sort of stuff. And
Yeah.
the reality is, I would just as soon get up and get going. There's a lot. There's nothing I'm doing at that time of night that I can't do first thing in the morning.
Okay. And so if you were practicing good sleep hygiene, what time would you be going to bed?
Midnight.
Okay. And instead now, what is the likely time that you get to bed?
1, 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes later.
Okay. Okay. And so.
And I need to get up about 8 regardless.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So if I go to bed at midnight, I'll get 8 hours of sleep.
Sure. So, thinking about, let's say tonight when you're going to sleep, if I were to tell you, you have to stop whatever you're doing and you have to go to bed at midnight, and there'll be some alarm or something that you can do to remind you time to go to bed. Just picturing that happening, what comes up for you?
Oh, my gut starts churning.
Gut churning. Okay.
It's like, I'm not ready for that.
Not ready for that. How strong is that? 0 to 10.
Oh, it's about an 8.
Okay. All right, so let's start tapping.
Okay.
Okay, even though my gut is churning.
Even though my gut is churning.
And I'm hearing, just thinking about going to bed at midnight tonight.
Just thinking about going to bed at midnight tonight.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel my gut churning.
Even though I feel my gut churning.
And I'm feeling,
I'm feeling,
Just at the idea of going to bed at midnight tonight.
Just at the idea of going to bed at midnight tonight.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though my gut is churning.
Even though my gut is churning.
And I'm feeling,
And I'm feeling,
At the idea of going to bed at midnight tonight.
At the idea of going to bed at midnight tonight.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Good. My gut is churning.
My gut is churning.
It's saying,
It's saying,
My gut is churning.
My gut is churning.
It's saying,
It's saying,
My gut is churning.
My gut is churning.
It's saying,
It's saying,
My gut's churning.
My gut is churning.
It's saying,
It's saying,
Okay.
What I have is a vision of a little girl saying, "That's my time, don't mess with it."
That's my time, don't mess with it. Okay. And before we go there, I want to ask you, what are you doing at typically at midnight?
I'm reading murder mysteries.
Okay. So it would be like closing the book and going to bed.
Yes.
Okay. And let me just get a rating. Just imagining tonight at midnight, you closing the book and you're going to bed, the level of
Oh, that's a 10. I'm not done with the story.
Not done with the story.
In fact, sometimes I'm just opening the book.
Okay. Okay. All right. So even though the idea of shutting the book
and
going to bed at midnight tonight, it's a 10.
It's a 10.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though just the idea of closing the book and going to bed at midnight feels like a 10.
It feels like a 10.
I'm not done.
I am not done.
I deeply, completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though just the idea of closing the book
Even though just the idea of closing the book
and going to bed at midnight tonight,
and going to bed at midnight tonight,
it's a 10.
it's a 10.
I'm not done.
I'm not done.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Good. I'm not done.
I'm not done.
I'm not done with the story.
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 Just the idea of shutting the book,
Just the idea of shutting the book,
going to bed at midnight.
going to bed at midnight.
It's like 10.
It's a 10.
I'm not done.
I'm not done.
I'm not done with the story.
I'm not done with the story. That's about an 8 now.
Okay. And the idea is still around, I'm not done.
Yeah, I'm not done, but it's also about, that's my escape from the world. I've had a busy day, got lots of responsibility, and this is my time to escape.
Okay. All right. And is there an emotion with this?
Oh, the idea of reading the story and it being an escape, that's a pleasant emotion.
Yeah, but I mean, shutting the book and going to bed at midnight,
Yeah.
even though it's my time. So what's the emotion for that?
Okay. I was going to say the pleasant emotion is more like a high. And it's more like, the other one's more like a sadness.
Okay.
It's a loss of that me time. The idea, that's what it is. It's anticipating loss of me time.
Okay. And how strong is that, 0 to 10?
That's an 8.
And is it still churning in your gut, or is it feeling it anywhere else?
No, this is more in my head.
Do you feel something in your head, or it's just this idea?
It's an idea.
Okay.
It's just there. Yeah.
All right. Even though I feel all of his sadness.
Even though I feel all of this sadness.
Imagining shutting the book at midnight.
Imagining shutting the book at midnight.
When I'm not done with the story.
When I'm not done with the story.
And giving up my me time.
And giving up my me time.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all of this sadness.
Even though I feel all of this sadness.
Imagining closing the book at midnight tonight.
Imagine closing the book at midnight tonight.
This feeling of loss of me time.
This feeling of loss of me time.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all of this sadness.
Even though I feel all of this sadness.
Anticipating closing the book at midnight.
Anticipating closing the book at midnight.
And feeling this loss of me time.
And feeling this loss of me time.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Good. All of this sadness.
All of this sadness.
This loss of me time.
This loss of me time.
All of this sadness.
All of this sadness.
This loss of me time.
This loss of me time.
All of this
All of
sadness.
this sadness.
This loss of me
Loss
time.
of me time.
Just imagining closing the book.
Just imagine closing the book.
Feeling this sadness at the loss of me time.
Feeling the sadness at the loss of me time. What's coming up is a sense of overwhelming responsibility, and like I've had that all my life.
Okay, what is it? What do you mean by that?
Well, in the home that I grew up in, at the age of 5 and 6, I was already cooking meals for the entire family. I wasn't the only one. All of my brothers and sisters, we took turns doing it, but I wasn't prepared for that. Having to clean house, and not just my room, but the house, being responsible for things like that. So there was a lot of things like that that were just put on my shoulders. And then when I went out in the work world, it was people like, oh, well, you can do this stuff. And so put a lot of responsibility on me without authority, and I kept getting trapped in the middle, and it's taking many years to sort that out.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, to not have this me time means I just got to live in responsibility. I don't get to
Okay.
escape the responsibility.
Okay. And now that you're kind of working on this, how are you doing with like letting go of some of that and having me time?
I'm doing a whole lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm realizing is I could shift that me time to earlier in the evening. I could shift it to earlier in the morning. And I haven't done that.
Okay. So let's talk about that. What would be ideal for you to set up as me time, either in the morning or earlier in the afternoon? What would you like to try?
Well, if I go to bed earlier, I'd be getting up sometime between 7 and 8. I could have an hour or two there because I purposely have my schedule set so I don't have to go to the office till 11.
Okay.
And I could also shift to like 9 o'clock in the evening, just shut everything down, and not do anything more after 9 in the evening. Just say that's, and so if I did that, if I did it like 9 in the evening, no more, then some of that stuff that I do when I get home, I could do first thing in the morning. So it'd be easy. I mean, it's doable.
Okay. So knowing you and your body and your sleep rhythm and all of that, what's likely to be the best strategy for you? In the evening, earlier, or in the morning, first thing?
Evening.
Evening.
Evening for the me time.
Okay. So at 9 o'clock, what do you need to do in order to say, okay, this is me time now, instead of doing what?
Trying to tie up loose ends. I would need to set aside anything I brought home from the office. Basically, what it would mean is whatever isn't done at the office, just leave it and do it in the morning.
Okay. So I want you to imagine, when's the next time you're going to work?
Oh, about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay. All right. So you imagine that you're getting home today in the evening, and
Yeah.
and you have loose ends. There are things that need to be done. There are things that need to be finished up and wrapped up and not be loose ends. And you're not going to look at that stuff. You're just going to set it aside for tomorrow morning. You're going to have me time at 9 o'clock.
Ooh. What comes into my mind is the thing that my parents kept saying when we were growing up. You can play when the work is done. And I realized a long time ago, the work is never done.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you really believe that, then you never get to play.
Yeah, right. Right. So, so thinking about making that first step tonight, what's the emotion that comes up for you?
Oh, huge guilt. The work isn't done.
Guilt, the work isn't done.
And that's a 10.
Okay. Do you feel that in your body?
Yeah, I feel it in my heart. It's almost like I'd be betraying my parents. Boy, that's
Okay.
weird.
All right.
Okay.
Even though I feel all of this guilt.
Even though I feel all of this guilt.
All this guilt in my heart.
All of this guilt in my heart.
That I would just forget about the loose ends tonight.
That I would just forget about the loose ends tonight.
And have me time.
And have me time.
I feel like I'd be betraying my parents.
I feel like I'd be betraying my parents.
I deeply, completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all this guilt in my heart.
Even though I feel all this guilt in my heart.
Just imagining having me time at 9 o'clock.
Just imagining having me time at 9 o'clock.
I feel like I'd be betraying my parents.
I feel like I'd be betraying my parents.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all this guilt in my heart.
Even though I feel all this guilt in my heart.
Just imagining having me time at 9 o'clock tonight.
Just imagining having me time at 9 o'clock tonight.
And there's still all these loose ends.
And there are still all of these loose ends.
I feel like I'm betraying my parents.
I feel like I'm betraying my parents.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Good. All this guilt in my heart.
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 All right, thinking about that scenario, just going to have me time at 9 o'clock tonight.
Well, it feels kind of silly trying to be loyal to my parents, and we've been off the farm for years, and my parents are dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a willingness to let that go.
Okay, so I want you to just run the whole scene of you getting home. You're bringing stuff in, or you're looking on your computer because there's stuff to do. There's stuff that, loose ends from work. Mm-hmm. And instead of going and doing it, you're going to have me time. Anything come up? Any emotion come up about it?
Oh, I feel like I've got a war inside of me. It's confusion, it's conflict. Yeah, there's a lot of emotion there. I'm not sure I can name it. It's confusion. It's like, yeah, that really sounds wonderful. And I'm not sure I can do that.
Okay.
It's sort of like, oh, it doesn't feel safe to do it. It feels like I get slapped beside the head.
Okay. By
Dad. It feels like Dad will slap me beside the head if I sit down and before the work is done.
Okay. And did that happen?
Yes, it did.
Okay. And so do you feel comfortable going there?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So I want you, there's one event where Dad did this to you, and we're going to just call it the event. And I want you to guess at the level of intensity if we really were to talk about it and go there.
It's about a 9.
Okay. So even though there's this event,
right
here, right now, I'm safe.
Right here, right now, I'm safe.
Even though there's this event, right here, right now, I'm safe.
Right here, right now, I'm safe.
Even though there's this event, right here, right now, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Good. This event.
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 This event. This event.
This event.
This event.
This event.
Okay. So I don't want you to give it too much thought. Just guess at your level of intensity for that event.
It's about a 3.
Okay. So even though there's this event right here, right now, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Even though there's this event right here, right now, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Even though there's this event right here, right now, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
This event.
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 All right, guess at your level intensity for that event.
That's about a 1.
Okay. I want you to, with your eyes open, just kind of run the scene from before anything bad happened and just to the end, and see if there is a place in here that we need to stop and tap on and just say, I'm at that part, if there is something. So first with your eyes open.
Yeah, there's a point.
Okay. All right. Even though there's a point in this event,
there's a point in this event,
but right here, right now, I'm okay.
but right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though there's a point in this event,
even though there's a point in this event,
right here, right now, I'm okay.
right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though there's a point in this event,
even though there's a point in this event,
right here, right now, I'm safe.
right here, right now, I'm safe.
Good. The point in this event.
The point in this event.
I'm at 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 the point in this event.
All right, and just guess at your level intensity. I didn't even check, but what is it at the point? Guessing 0 to 10 on that, just that point.
It's about a 5, and it's
Okay.
anger.
Okay, so even though I'm at the point in this event,
I'm at the point in this event,
right here, right now, I'm okay.
right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though I'm at the point in this event,
even though I'm at the point in this event,
right here, right now, I'm okay.
right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though I'm at the point in this event,
even though I'm at the point in this event,
right here, right now, I'm okay.
right here, right now, I'm okay.
I'm at the point in this event.
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 All right, guess at your level intensity for just that point.
That feels like a 0.
Okay, so I want you to rewind to the beginning, first with
Okay.
your eyes open, and just kind of see it across your eyes there, and stop anywhere that isn't a 0.
No, what I have is a whole lot more understanding now.
Okay, so now I want you to close your eyes and I want you to really imagine it. And again, this is just more testing, and stop and open your eyes if there is a point we need to work on.
No, I don't think so. It was more of a startle reaction.
Okay, and do you feel comfortable talking about it as another additional test?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead.
For me, it was the end of the day, and I was curled up in a rocking chair reading a book, and it was at night, and it was probably about 9 o'clock at night.
Funny.
And my mother was angry that something hadn't been done in the house. I don't even know what chore or task it was, but she was relaxing. She was just mad that this task was not done. Dad came in from the barn, and she started yelling at him, telling him to make us kids do the stuff, whatever the heck it was. And I just happened to be close by. And Dad came over and just whopped me aside the head. It wasn't even a hard thing or whatever. It was just the thing to get my attention. And he says, you get up and do it. And I know it was, he just wanted Ma to stop yelling.
Right.
But I was reading my story, and he interrupted my story, and I didn't have permission to relax.
Okay, great. Now telling me that story, did it bring up any intensity at all?
It was more like same old, same old.
Okay.
And there's an intensity of about 5 on the same old, same old.
Same old, because there are other events.
There are other events, and this is the way it was in our household.
I got it. I got it. Okay, so let's just put that aside for now. But for this event, it's okay.
Yep, for this event, it's okay. It's like, okay, Dad had no intention of telling me or communicating to me I couldn't sit and read the book earlier in the evening. That is not what it was about, but that's the message I took.
Great. All right, so now, thinking that at 9 o'clock at night, you get home tonight, and you're going to put all the loose ends aside to have me time.
Well, yeah, I don't have to worry about getting whopped upside the head.
Okay.
And my husband isn't going to yell at me to do something around the house.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah.
So, what else do you need to do to make tonight successful for you being able to have me time and going to bed? So 3 hours is good for reading?
Oh, yeah. I can read a book easily in that time.
Okay. Great. So thinking that you're going to read, are you currently in a book or you're just starting something new?
Oh, I'm currently in something, yeah.
Okay. So you'll probably finish tonight?
Probably, yeah.
And so just imagining you have me time at 9 o'clock, you get to finish your book and go to bed. How does that feel?
Well, that little voice inside me says, well, you'd have time to start another one.
Okay. And is that okay for you to do that and then stop the book at midnight?
No, it's saying it'd be okay to start another one at midnight.
Start at midnight.
Yeah. It's like,
Okay.
well, if you get the other one finished, then you can start another one at midnight.
Okay. Okay. So what else about this? What else do you think is connected to this? That you'd rather just start another one versus just going to bed?
Well, what keeps coming to me is that time of night is very silent and peaceful. Everybody else has gone to sleep, and so there's no demands on my time. And I grew up in a household with a large number of people, and it was always noisy, except at that time of night.
Okay.
And what I'm reminding myself is I'm not living in that household anymore, and there's a lot of quiet time in my household now, these days.
Okay. But just imagining that you are going to cut that time short because you're going to bed at midnight. How does that feel?
It's like, oh, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that, and finish the sentence.
I want that time. I just, well, what it is now is I'm used to it. So it's, an emotional reaction is sort of like, I don't know what the emotional word is for it.
You feeling anything in your body?
Oh yeah, it's like a warm, fuzzy, cozy something or other, you know. It's almost like being wrapped in a blanket and being all warm and cozy. In fact, that's what I do. I get in the covers and I wrap myself up.
Okay. Okay. And the idea that that's not going to happen tonight, that you are going to cut it short and go to bed at midnight, brings up what?
A feeling of resistance. And that's more in my diaphragm. It's
Okay.
like, no.
Okay.
We're not going to take this away.
0 to 10 on that?
Oh, that's a 10.
Okay. Even though I feel all this resistance in my diaphragm.
Even though I feel all this resistance in my diaphragm.
No way.
No way.
That time of day is peaceful and silent.
That time of day is peaceful and silent.
It's my time.
It's my time.
I want to be in my fuzzy warm blanket.
I want to be in my fuzzy warm blanket.
And I feel all this resistance to doing it tonight.
And I feel all this resistance to doing it tonight.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I feel all this resistance in my diaphragm.
I feel all this resistance in my diaphragm.
No way.
No way.
I don't want to go to bed at midnight tonight.
I don't want to go to bed at midnight tonight.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all this resistance in my diaphragm.
Even though I feel all this resistance in my diaphragm.
I'd rather have that fuzzy, warm feeling.
I'd rather have that fuzzy, warm feeling.
Wrapped in a blanket at midnight reading.
Wrapped in a blanket at midnight and reading.
It's silent. It's peaceful.
It's silent. It's peaceful.
I don't want to give that up tonight.
I don't want to give that up tonight or any night.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Good. All this resistance in my diaphragm.
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 All this resistance in my diaphragm. Well, what I'm feeling, what's coming to me is, who's the adult here? And I can wrap up in my blanket before that. I can wrap in my blanket from 9 to midnight. So it's just the idea of doing it at another time of day. It's shifting the habit.
Mm-hmm. And so imagine yourself tonight coming home, putting away just like forgetting about the loose ends at work. You're going to have my time. And then you're going to go to bed at midnight.
There's a willingness to do this. There's a doubt that I'll be successful.
Because?
Because I've been doing this for so long.
Mm-hmm. How long?
Most of my life.
Okay.
Starting in elementary school.
Okay. And so I want you to tell me, just run the scene in your mind and say anything about actually going to bed. That, I mean, it might not be that at that point where things are still kind of sticky, but there might be something there. I keep getting that might be part of it. So let's just check on that, and you tell me if it's true or it's something else.
Well, what I'm thinking is, I come home from work because I get off somewhere between 7 and 8 because of the time I go in. Mm-hmm. What I need to do is just come home, put my jammies on immediately, and curl up. And my guess is I will be actually pretty sleepy. Mm-hmm. Between 11:30 and midnight. I'll probably be sleepy by that time. Mm-hmm. And then what's coming to my mind is, I can be sleepy and I will just resist shutting my eyes. And when I do, I go right to sleep. But there's a resistance to shutting my eyes.
Okay.
And the words that are coming with that resistance is sort of like, I'm not done with my day yet. I'm not done. Oh. Now I'm thinking of this prayer. If I lay me down to sleep, if I should die before I wake, it's like, I'm afraid I'm going to die during the night and then I won't be able to do this stuff. So I better do it while I'm still living.
Okay. And is that a prayer that you say at night now?
No, that's back from about 4 or 5 years old.
Okay. So can we go and work on that 4 or 5-year-old?
Sure.
Okay. So go ahead and tap on your finger points inside of hand.
Yeah.
And I want you to either make up a scene or find a girl who is feeling afraid to go to sleep because she says that prayer.
Oh, and more than that, She's afraid she's going to go to hell. If she dies before she wakes, she's going to go to hell.
Okay. All right. So connect with
Because she
her.
hasn't learned how to go to confession yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Lord.
All right. All right. So I want you to picture her, and is she in her room?
I can picture her,
All
yes.
right. Does she know who you are?
Yeah, she says, you've come before.
Great. And I want you to ask her what she's feeling. It might be afraid, but let's just get it from her.
Yeah. She says, I'm afraid I'm going to die.
Yeah. All right. Take her hand and tap on the side of it.
Okay.
Even though you're afraid you're going to die,
Even though you're afraid you're going to die,
I'm here with you.
I'm here with you.
And I'm proving to you that you're not going to die.
I'm proving to you that you're not going to die.
Because I'm here.
I'm here.
Even though you're feeling afraid you're going to die,
Even though you're feeling afraid you're going to die,
I'm here with you.
I'm here with you.
You're going to be okay.
You're going to be okay.
Even though you're feeling afraid
Even though you're feeling afraid
that you're going to die,
that you're going to die,
I'm here to tell you you're not.
I'm here to tell you you're not, and you don't have to say that prayer anymore.
Okay. All right. Tap on her points. All this fear,
All this fear,
afraid you're going to die,
afraid you're going to die,
afraid you're going to die and go to hell.
afraid you're going to die and go to hell.
You don't.
You don't.
You live.
You live.
Look at me.
Look at me.
You're going to be fine.
You're going to be fine.
You're going to be okay.
You're going to be okay.
Good.
You are okay.
You are okay. Good. Go back to tapping on your finger points inside of hand and check on her and see how she's doing.
She says she's fine. As long as she
fine.
knows she doesn't have to say that prayer anymore.
Okay. And is there anything that would make going to bed even better for her?
Yeah, she wants her teddy bear.
Go ahead and give her a teddy bear. And the thing that she got with going to bed and saying that prayer is she really thought she was going to hell.
Yes.
Is there any other information you want to share with her about that?
Yeah, let's see here. Forget about hell, you're a good kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that. The hell is some of the family stuff going on right now. And that's
Okay.
over and done with.
Okay. And does she know she's a good kid? Does she need any more proof that she's a good kid other than you telling her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'd like her mother to tell her she's a good kid instead of yelling at her all the time.
Well, in this moment, can we have mom come in there and say that to her?
Yep. Okay.
All right. And she's got her teddy bear. How's she feeling?
She's curled up, ready to go to sleep. She says she's feeling free.
Okay, good. Does that feeling of freedom come from anywhere in her body in particular?
Her heart?
Does it have a color?
Yeah, it's like a rainbow. And there's a unicorn with it.
Oh, nice. All right, put one hand on top of the other in the center of your chest.
Okay.
Bring in that rainbow and that unicorn. And imagine that it's rewiring all the neural pathways with this new scene where this girl feels free. She's ready to go to sleep. She's got her teddy bear. She feels good. She just heard from mom she's a good kid. Send those sights, smells, sounds, taste, colors down to all the cells of your body. Bring that information into your heart center. Have it grow, expand, and intensify. Turn up the intensity of that rainbow. And when it feels like it's ready, go ahead and exhale that out through your heart.
Okay.
All right, how you doing?
Feels good.
Feels good. Okay, go back into that room and revisit that 4 or 5-year-old and the prayer scene. What has changed about her? What do you notice?
She's sound asleep.
Okay, great.
She's hugging her teddy bear and she's sound asleep.
Okay. So, yeah.
And her mother telling her that is very consistent, because years later when I was an adult and I got into therapy, I was able to talk to my parents about this, and they really affirmed a lot of things. They affirmed the growth, they affirmed the change, and I found out that they didn't know some of the stuff that was going on. There were so many kids there that they just didn't know.
Sure.
And so, yeah. So
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. So tonight you're going to get home, you're going to put your jammies on, you're going to read, and then you're going to get tired, your eyes are going to feel it, and can you go to bed?
Yeah, it feels like no big deal. Just do
Feels
it.
like no big deal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the best proof is in the pudding, and I want you to report back to me about how tonight goes.
Yeah.
Okay. There's obviously more pieces here, there
Sure.
might be. But I just wanted to see if we could get this one session to have you feeling a shift around this, and without doing a lot of the work from early on in your life that you had kind of referred to. So let's do this. Even though there might be some more work to do on this, I'm feeling good about this session. Even though there might be some more work to do around this issue. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling okay about what could happen tonight.
About going to bed and going to sleep.
Yeah, even though
There
might be some more work to do on this. I'm not feeling any resistance.
I'm not feeling any resistance right now.
I could see myself going to bed at midnight.
I can see myself going to bed at midnight. Looking forward to it.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to going to bed by midnight.
I'm looking forward to going to bed by midnight.
And starting my me time at 9. Hey, I could wake up really feeling refreshed and good tomorrow morning.
I would love waking up feeling refreshed tomorrow morning.
And that's a possibility if I go to bed by midnight.
That's a big possibility if I go to bed at midnight.
It feels like I could do this.
It feels like I want to do this.
Okay, I want to, and I can see myself doing it.
I want to, and I can see myself doing it.
And it feels possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Session.
Appreciate it.